Hi, and welcome to the lesson using estimation for division problems. We are going to use the strategy estimation for two things. We're going to use it to solve, which is also known as evaluate, and to check our answers. So there are two things we're going to use estimation for. And our goal is that you would leave this lesson able to estimate to solve a problem and estimate to check your answer. But if you are not able to do that, you should at least leave with some questions in the questions box of your square. So let's look at what we're going to be using because we always want to pay attention for our math practices. We see them all the time. We will persevere in solving a problem. We're not going to give up. We're going to think about the problem. Hey, what makes sense to me? What do I know about numbers and how can I use what I know to solve a problem? Obviously, since we're using estimation to check our work, we're going to be attending to precision. And as always, when we are doing multiplication, addition, subtraction, or division, did I say that already? Whenever we're using the operation, we want to remind ourselves that we will always be looking for patterns or connections between the numbers. So we'll be using math practices 1, 2, 6, 7, and 8. Now, you'll recognize that we are using problems that you've seen before. The reason that I'm doing that is so that you can make a connection between what we've done before to what we're doing now. Before, we used partial quotients to solve a division problem. You can see that here. We can use estimation to check our answer and ask ourselves the question, is the answer that I came up with reasonable or not? One of the ways to do that is estimation. Now, Miss Taylor taught Miss Walker and I an adorable song that helps us use estimation to check our answers. It goes like this. And it's sung to the tune of the Addams Family in case you recognize it. Da-na-na-na, 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 da-na-na-na. First round your divisor, next look at your dividend, find a close by multiple, and then you just divide. Da-na-na-na, 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 da-na-na-na. Let's put that into practice. First round your divisor. Let's round our divisor, which is 43. Pretty easy, right? We'll round it to 40. Next, look at your dividend. Our dividend is 892. Find a close by multiple. Let's find a close by multiple for 892. A multiple means a number that is divisible by 4. If it's divisible by 4, then it's most likely divisible by 40. So I'm thinking what you're thinking, which is 880 is really, really close and it's divisible by 40. And then you just divide. Now we're going to divide. I could cover or focus on the 4 and the 88. How many times does 4 go into 88? Well, many times. So I'm going to look at 40 and 88, or I could look at 4 and 88. Nonetheless, you should get 22. How many times does 4 go or 40 go into 80? 22 times. 22 times 40 is 880. Now that I have a 0, I can look at my quotient and compare my quotient to the quotient I had before. Is 22 close to 20 with the remainder of 32? Yes, they are extremely close. So I can conclude that my answer is reasonable. Let's try using estimation to solve this problem. This probably looks a lot like what your parents have done, or your siblings, or maybe even you have done before. When we use the standard algorithm, which means the most common way of solving division problems, you might not have realized that you're using estimation. So let's see, how many times does 43 go into 89? I believe that 43 could go, let's say, twice. 43 times 2, or I could just look at it as 43 doubled, which would be 86. So 43 goes into 89 at least twice. Or we could say 43 goes into 890 at least 2 times. 2 or 20 times 43 is 860. And here I'm left again with the remainder of 32. Remember, I put this 0 here because we're not just saying that 43 goes into 892. We're not saying it goes in twice. It actually goes in 20 times. This 2 is in the tens place. So we must fill the ones place just to make it more clear that we're saying 43 goes into 892, not 2 times, but 20 times with the remainder of 32. And since our answer is close to what we've seen before, and exactly what we saw in our partial quotients problem, we can conclude that our answer is correct. Pause the video and try this problem on your own, and then restart it to see how I solved it. Now would be a good time to pause. Okay, as you can see, and you've probably noticed, I completely forgot to use cubes. That's unacceptable. It's probably because we have seen this problem before. We know that Asher spent 1,638 hours making life-size origami cranes. And if he made a total of 42 cranes, about how many cranes did he make per hour? We're trying to figure out how many cranes he made per hour, about the average, because we don't know. He could have made 5 in 1 hour, or 15 in the next hour, or only 2 in the other hour. So we set up our problem as division. So we circled the important numbers, we've underlined the question, we've boxed keywords, we're trying to figure out how many cranes, and now we're evaluating and solving. We're choosing a strategy, and our strategy is estimation, okay? And now we're solving, and we are using estimation to check our answer. Now, some of you might be wondering, what in the world is going on over here? Well, I was estimating 42 went into 163 3 times, and that gave us 1,260. And when I subtracted, I got the number 378. Now, I wasn't really sure if or how many times 42 would go into 378, but because I'd already seen that it went into 126 3 times, I used that. So 126 is here, and then I thought, well, could I do it again? Yes, 126 is here, and then I thought, wow, that's really, really close to 378, but not quite. Could it be 126 again? Yes. And each time I used 126, that was 42 times 3. So I found out that I had 9. Okay, let's move on to this next question. As you can see, this is the you do. So take your time and solve this problem on your own, and then we'll come back and I'll show you the answer. Okay, hopefully this is the answer that you got. If you've seen this video before, you notice that there was an error in that the first video showed that the answer or the quotient was 150. But as you can see, when you use estimation to solve the problem, you should get 105. And when we use estimation to check our problem, we got the quotient 100. Because these two are so close together, we can conclude that our problem solving was done correctly because our quotients are so close together. Please write down any questions that you have. Check your scale. to see where you are, and you will get the help that you need. Thanks for watching.